My guest is Chuck Cooperstein, and we're at a venue called 3015 at Trinity Groves in Dallas. And the reason is he and some of his buddies just got finished with a really cool event. And buddies is really the right word. Tell us what this event was, what you guys did, and who you did it with.
It's called The Talk of the Town, and it was me, Brad Sham, Eric Nadel, and Dave Strader, the local radio voices of the four major teams. It's the third time we've done it. It's the first time Dave has done it. Ralph Strange just did it beforehand, and it was really born out of the friendship that all of us have had with each other, all of us having been in the market as long as we've been here. And the fact that my wife, Karen, was smart enough to say one night when we actually all got together for dinner at Eric's house, people would actually pay to hear you tell some of these stories, and you could raise money for some really cool charities. And so that's where we are. That's what we did.
And so what they did is they got up on stage, they told stories, they took questions from the audience, we played some calls back of things they'd done, and they basically just talked about their profession, things like that. John Radigan moderated. For me, and I think most of the crowd, one of the neat moments tonight was when Dave Strader appeared. He wasn't able to be here, but you guys included him.
Well, again, it's about all four radio guys. I've gotten to know Dave pretty well, and I had known Dave, even before he had moved to Dallas, just from his work nationally with hockey and having worked with the Red Wings. But he and his wife Colleen and my wife Karen and I, we've been out to dinner, and we've gotten to know them and just really adore them. And obviously he's fighting a really hard fight right now, and there was no way that we weren't going to include him if there was any way that we could. His health is just it's a day-to-day proposition, literally. But the fact that he has been doing better lately, and we were able to get him hooked up here, I think it definitely added to the emotion of it. And obviously, Dave has a little different perspective too, not having been here in Dallas as long, but just that, Brad and I have done a lot of national stuff on radio, but, Dave's obviously done it on TV, and he's done it for a long time at an extraordinarily high level. And just to be able to include him in this, it made the night that much better.
He jumped on via Skype. Technology helped us out here. The other thing let me ask you about is, there was the third year you've done it, all-time high in attendance this year. Silent auction seemed to be popular. What is the money that you guys raised tonight going to go for?
Well, we all have our own charities. The thread that runs through it all is children, helping kids. Eric has been with a group called Focus on Teens for a long time. I've been with Texas Scottish Rite Hospital. Brad's group is a group that involves child trafficking, just different ways that we feel like that we can help. Rays of Light involved. It basically allows kids to allow parents of autistic kids to have a night out. So it's all about kids. It's all about trying to make their lives better. And if this is a very small way for us to be able to help out, then hey, we've got to do our part.
And they did do their part. It was a fascinating event tonight. We learned about how Chuck cried. Yeah, that was a really interesting story. But there were a lot of emotional moments, and it was a really cool event. With Chuck Cooperstein at the Talk of the Town, I'm Rush Olson.